Oh, sorry, y'all. I got neck cramps from the last video. My neck hurt, so I was turning up too much, man. Oh. Welcome back to the Watch It with McQueen channel, man. Just want to take a moment to say that I love you. Yes, you. It's not homo. It's not homo, okay? You've been rocking with McQueen since day one. Since we started this thing together. You know I love you. And if you're just now understanding how lit we are, I love you too. We are a cult. And I, as the leader of that cult, am going to evenly spread the love to all of you. We're all family. Make sure you guys scroll down and hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the goddamn Watch It with McQueen channel, man. We're going dumb. This is going to be a lit-ass channel. And I'm sure you know that. You see how we get down. You see the sparks, nigga. We have my nigga Flight here, bro. Look at Flight, man. So inspirational. This is some inspirational-ish. Okay? On God, though, this is really, like, jokes aside, this really is inspirational, bro. We're next up on this. We are next up, y'all. For real. I had a lot of y'all coming at me telling me that. But I know. Believe me. I'm aware. I'll go first. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I feel like Flight's time is literally right now. Flight's been grinding on YouTube for like 6-7 years, bro. And, we all know Flight's always, been relevant, always been popping. But I feel like right now is really his time. And I don't know about y'all, because I know he got a lot of haters. I am so genuinely happy for this nigga, bro. Because, if you ever got the chance to meet Flight, you know that he's such a genuine person. Regardless of all the controversy he starts, you know what I'm saying? Someone who is a good friend of him he's genuinely a great person. You know what I'm saying? So this is really dope. I'm so happy for him, man. But anyways, before they were famous, now this is made by a guy named Michael McCrudden. And he does like this before the famous like series where he just explains how people became famous from the beginning to where they're at currently in their career. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and watch it.
What happened? What? What? What happened? Before FlightReacts would inspire a Steph Curry meme that went so viral that even Curry himself hopped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, look at Curry, man. Just trying to do
Sports Center and everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, we gotta look at this like 10
Curry,
times, man.
My nigga Flight, man.
Facts, yo.
Yeah, look at Curry, man. Just trying to do great things in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, this is just inspirational,
Look at
bro.
Curry, man.
Bro, I'm gonna watch this quick clip for like 5 minutes, bro. This is inspirational, bro. I don't care what anybody says,
Trying to
dog.
do great things in the
This
world.
is lit.
Man.
Before FlightReacts would have over 250,000 followers on Twitter, almost 400,000 followers on Twitch, close to 1 million followers on Instagram.
Oh, Flight just hit 1 million on IG, huh? Bro, man, this nigga Flight going dumb, man. He had like a milestone on Twitch. It was like 25,000 viewers, bro. If you guys were watching Flight, like from the beginning of his streams, when he started streaming again, this nigga had like, I think it was like, I remember, I don't know, I didn't see it visually, but he told me he had like maybe 500 viewers. in his stream. Now look where you're 25,000 viewers, nigga. 1 million on Instagram. Already on his main channel, 3.14. And then he hit 1 million on his second channel not too long ago. Dude, like I said, Flight's time is now. God has finally gave him exactly what he deserves, and he's only going to go even more up from here. And I'm super happy for him, man.
Combined subscribers between his two YouTube channels at the time of this recording. Before FlightReacts would start dropping.
This is what grind means, y'all. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting the video. This is the definition of what grinding and sleepless nights and hard work and busting your ass, blood, sweat, and tears. This is Flight. Y'all need to look at Flight and get actual inspiration from him, man. You guys always ask me, McQueen, what do you have to do to become a YouTuber? What do you have to do? How do you stay confident? How do you stay focused? How do you stay determined? Use Flight as an example, bro. Flight has probably gets the most hate I've ever seen from a YouTuber. If you know, he gets the most hate I've ever seen in my life. And now look where he's at. It's not easy to, bro. It's not easy to bear all the hate that the internet has to offer. It's not easy. A lot of people fold, you know. And Flight puts himself in the position to get hated on a lot. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of stupid ass stuff, and he makes himself a target. But regardless of that, he still pushed through all that. And now look at him. Use Flight as inspiration, y'all. How do you do it? Watch Flight. Look at Flight, man. I done made $1 million, now I'm ready for the 3. Got your man up on the line, oh, hopping on the T.
YouTube and other platforms. Now, my man's been holding down the fort since the early part of this decade, which is actually around the same time that I first started this channel as well. He's a brother from another mother, I tells ya.
Wait, what?
First started this on the fort since the early part of this for YouTube and other platforms. Now, my man's been holding down the fort since the early part of this decade, which is actually around the same time that I first started this channel as well. He's a brother from another
Yeah,
mother.
see, Flight been going at it for a long time, bro. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to stop trying to pause it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just genuinely happy for this nigga. Bro, he's been going at it for a long time. Like he said, since, like, the beginning of the decade, nigga. He's been going at it for a long time. This is, bro, and that's another, don't ever give up. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's time comes at a different time in life. Everyone's time comes at a different time, bro. Don't compare yourself to others, because the more you compare yourself to others, and the more you're wasting time. The time that you're wasting comparing yourself to others, and, you know, if you have hate in your heart towards others, that valuable time and energy you could be focusing on yourself and getting yourself where you want to be. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare the speed of which when they got their blessings to yours, because everyone's different. There's a lot of people who blew up in 6 months. There's a lot of people who blew up in overnight. Flight blew up in 8 years. 8 years of hard work. 8 or 7, I'm not sure, but, you know, regardless, a long time. Keep going, y'all. You hear from Aqua Nigga himself. Keep going.
He has blown up off his reaction videos from anything like trick shots.
Oh! I'm so sleep. You got the sauce? He definitely got the sauce. How did he do that? Look how little room he has. Look how much little room he has. Bam! Bam!
Damn, that is impressive.
It's time to eat. Let's fire up the grill.
To women judging his looks.
Yeah, you know the man, girl. But I don't know what's so funny.
And with his bigger-than-life personality, well, he's taken the internet by storm. And that's without even mentioning the series of content he posts involving sketches, basketball players. There's pranks, there's basketball players, there's video games, and yeah, well, even more basketball players. You know, during hard times like these, when the world doesn't have any sports, well, at least we still have FlightReacts holding down the fort. Now for this video, I was actually able to get in contact with the man, and he helped me out by answering a whole bunch of questions. So this one is kind of like a collab video.
Calm your horses, but who's ready to go? Because I ain't, bitch. Let's get it.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden back at it again with a brand new Before They Were Famous, and this one was requested by you guys, a whole bunch of ya. Now in the past, we've done similar videos on the likes of Chris Spooves, Corey X Kenshin, RDC World, and Love Live Sir. Now, of course, this show, it works off requests from you guys, so you gotta let me know who's next in the comments down below.
We next. We next, Aquaforce. It might not be his next upload, but we next up. I promise you. I'm gonna get us there.
Kids keep blowing me up, so just text, alright? Now let's get into this video. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! FlightReacts was born Kamani White on August 7th,
Ugly ass
1995
nigga.
in Washington, D.C. Now, Flight, he spent the first year of his life living in the D.C. area, but at the age of 1, his family would pick up and move to West Palm Beach, Florida.
Florida
He still
nigga.
lives to this day. Now, Flight's dad, he worked as a wedding photographer.
He doesn't live there.
While his
He-
mom, she stayed at home and held down the home front. He also has one sister who he's extremely close with. Now, Flight's parents, they were always supportive of his goals and their hardworking nature. It inspired their children to stay focused and to keep out of trouble. At least for the time being. We're not there yet, because he does get in trouble. It's a little later in the story.
Usually, I'll always have the camera anywhere we go, but the way my parents are, they're very private with their lives, so unfortunately, I will not be able to get nobody as soon as we get out this car on camera. But when we finish, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna check in with you guys. Hopefully she don't, boo herself too much or get too shaky or make, herself look way too bad in what she's trying to make herself look. I'm trying to let her know that she has nothing to worry about. My parents are very welcoming people. They're old school, they're really not people to just really fear. Like, they keep it real just like every other
That's
parent.
not the point. I never met parents before.
Growing up, Flight's top 2 priorities, they were basketball and music.
This nigga was getting cooked this game.
His biggest influences were Allen Iverson, Snoop Dogg, Fabulous, Chris Spoove, and of course, Stephen Curry.
Oh! That was a pass! Bro, that was a pass! Bro, I've never seen that!
At first, Flight,
That was an
he
impressive
attended
pass.
school at Liberty Park Elementary from kindergarten to grade 2. He then moved on to Chloe Lake Elementary from grade 3 through 5, before arriving at Okeeley Middle School for grade 6 through 8. Okeeley? I guess it doesn't sound that strange. Whatever. Florida people. Now, Flight, he found elementary and middle school to be a rough time in his youth. There was a lot of gangs, there were fights, there were drugs, and violence that intersected with his daily life. Now, he was bullied a lot in grade 4 and grade 6 because of trivial things like the type of shoes he wore.
Officer, I got one question for you.
What are those? One day while walking home from school in grade 7, while Flight, he was jumped by a gang and attacked. Now, it turned out to be a case of mistaken identity. The intended target was someone else who just looked like him. But
Thank God Flight made it through that.
already been done. To make matters worse, well, his dad, he also lost his job around the same time, and he was out of work for close to a year.
Flight goofy
Now, at
as
this
hell.
point, everything is
Fat head ass nigga.
becoming very difficult, and Flight, he took it out by acting at school like a punk. He would get into fights, he would run his mouth at the teachers. He'd basically just turned into the guy he's not today. You know what I mean? Like a troublemaker. Like a prick. Like a kid with a chip on his shoulder. You know, it happens.
Okay, if you pass it, which means in her terms of passing, it's a D, which actually technically is a passing. If I get a 60 or higher, she's not gonna call my mom. If I get an F, she's gonna call my mom right after. She said I was gonna be the first one out of 35 degrees.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I got a 78. I didn't get anything higher than a 75. That was my highest test score on a math quiz or test that year, dude.
But Flight's next chapter would come to define his life to this point. Now, Flight's mother, she transferred him to newly built Palm Beach Central High School, and it was her hope that the school would offer her
Dumbass looking nigga.
influence and keep him out of trouble. Now, her gambit, it paid off in the 9th grade. Flight joined his first and only basketball team. It was something he deeply enjoyed doing, but unfortunately, midway through the season, he got a high ankle sprain, and he couldn't play in any more games.
Let's go, Flight.
Bro, I still don't understand how he got dropped out by this fat ass nigga, bro. I do not like. You see this? This is how this nigga look right here. Oh, okay, that was the joke. Okay, cool. I didn't see Flight. Okay, that was the joke. Yeah, I don't know how you got smoked by a fat ass. Like, I don't get that. He was cooking his look, bro. He was cooking his ass. Flight don't play defense too. That's the thing I hate. But he want to play defense against me when he on Catch's team.
During the downtime, he spent healing while Flight
My nigga Cash
from not being able to shoot hoops and partake in one activity that was keeping him off the streets and, you know, like out of trouble. So he started smoking weed during that summer, heading into grade 10, and as this habit picked up, well, his grades, they began to drop. His GPA, it fell as low as 1.6, and he was rendered ineligible to return to the basketball team because of his poor academics. Now, Flight, he tried to fill in this hole in his life by taking on part-time jobs. So first he got a gig working at Steak and Shake. But he soon got let go from that job for showing up at work high all the time, and then he would mess up everyone's order. Next, he tried his hand at working at Chick-fil-A. But that gig, it didn't turn out any better. Now, Flight, he was out of that job in 4 months' time. Now, it was during all this that Flight, he first came by the handle that the world would one day call him by. Now, as he continued to attend most of his classes in the 10th grade high, well, people around school, they started dubbing him as Flight because he was always on flight. You know, whenever they saw him, the guy was high as a kite. So Flight, it makes sense. Now, as difficult a moment as it was in Flight's life, well, it was actually a bit of a blessing in disguise because with
what the hell is your dumb ass looking at,
Flight? He
Flight?
started gaming a lot more and watching YouTube, where he fell in love with content creators like Chris Smooth. Now, watching these videos, it inspired Flight to create his own content, and when he realized that someone could take a hobby and actually make a career out of it, well, the guy was on a brand new path.
I actually started off YouTube about 4 years ago, around that time, and my original account was called Mr. Big Boy 305. And when I had first made a YouTube account, I actually didn't start off making videos. I actually rather did NBA mixes and did tutorial mixes on just different things in life.
Now, Flight would hold off on chasing his dreams until after graduating high school, which came a little bit later than it does for most. Now, with his low GPA and after having failed his FCAT reading state test, well, it took Flight well into his 5th year at Palm Beach Central High School to graduate. Now, Flight, he worked his ass off to get those numbers back up. And
another example that Flight just said is that you don't need school to be a successful ass man or woman. You don't need school. School, honestly, college is really useless unless you're going there to pursue something that you actually enjoy. If you want to be a lawyer, you go to. If you really want to be a lawyer, if you're actually passionate about law, that is when you go to college to go and get your law law education. Okay, that is the only time. And that goes for anybody who has any passion that has to do with you having to go to college. Not because your mom says so, not because your dad says so, not because your peers say so, not because the world and society tells you that you have to, or else you won't be anybody. No. That's absolute cap. The world is lying to you. And Flight is a huge example of that. Y'all calling him an L, but he's taking a hot doodle on all you niggas, man.
And he worked hard enough that he was even accepted into Palm Beach State College, so good for him, which he attended for 1 month before he dropped out to pursue the career that he knew was already called.
Perfect example.
Now, working off his own muscle, well, Flight, he got his YouTube channel, Not Your Average Flight, and FlightReacts off the ground and soaring. Sorry for the pun, but I just had to. Now, at first, a lot of his content, it was video game related. We're talking 2K and NBA Live.
Not your average Flight coming at you when it's time to get right. Coming into a My Team game, road to the playoffs, adjusting my lineup. I'm looking at his lineup. His lineup's looking a little iffy, and my lineup's looking a little
Flight, I know this has to do with Flight, but Flight's, this is another reason why I can relate to Flight so much, is because his original channel was Not Your Average Flight. That's how he got his name started. And then he made a second channel that made him go even further, you know, and that I can relate to too, you know what I'm saying? Because OG Aquaforce members know that Megan McQueen was our first channel, and we was going dumb on that channel, you know what I'm saying? But I had to switch and gain more different fan bases in order to become more diverse, because I knew I was more diverse. You know, a lot of people on that channel was stuck on one form of content, and I'm way too talented and way too versatile to you know, only be on one channel. And I'm pretty sure Flight knew that too. And, you know what I'm saying, he didn't want to just be stuck on one particular, you know what I'm saying, form of content. And that's really inspiring, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to that a lot.
But let's see. You can't judge a book by its cover. So, hey, well, the game will determine who is a better team.
But it was the videos in which he put his personality front and center that really began to pay off for Flight.
Can I get a Netflix and chill for anybody lost in the world? Hate talking about stuff like this, man.
Before he knew it, Flight was
so full of personality
and pulling in hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views on the regular. Now, Flight's clout had exploded so much so that he even began dating rapper T.I. from Taylor Girls throughout 2017 and 2018.
T.I. My name's
and
Ty.
this was a relationship that he documented heavily on his channel.
Lick the other person's forehead.
Wait, I lick your forehead or you lick my forehead?
I think this is for both of us. When it's a dare, I think it's for both of us. Okay. That was the most sexiest lick I've seen.
What?
Flight be trying to be the smoothest nigga when it comes to girls, bro.
So prolific that he's also got fans out there who are looking to make sure he winds up on the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, playing next to his favorite player, Curry. Man, I don't know if it'll happen. I guess if there were a season for it to happen, this is it. I mean, there isn't even an NBA. You know what I mean?
Hey man, this is just inspirational, bro.
Man.
Well, I'm gonna watch this quick clip for like 5 minutes, bro. This is inspirational, bro. I don't care what anybody says, bro.
Facts.
This is lit.
Even if it's only for a 10-day contract during a season that's been more or less canceled, well, I still think he'd take it. And do you think he's got a shot in hell? Let me know.
Dude, if that happened, oh my God, that'd be the most GOAT stuff in the world.
I think I'm going to wrap this one up here because this is before they're famous. My name is Michael Credman. You already know that. Thank you so much to FlightReacts for getting back to our questions.
Go ahead and support this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I already liked the video. Yeah, man. Like I said, Flight, you know what I'm saying? You already know our relation behind closed doors, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love for you, man. You know, like I said, y'all use Flight as inspiration, man. Seriously. Like, all jokes aside, really. Use that nigga as inspiration. Anywho, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the goddamn Watch It With My Queen channel, man, because we going dumb. And like I said, we're next up. So you might as well join now, because I'm telling you right now, and I promise you, and when McQueen makes a promise, I promise you I keep it. I know you see the determination in my eyes. Join us now.